Okay, guys, so on Tuesday, we talked about simple past of be. Today, we are going to talk about simple past of regular verbs, meaning any verb that is not be, okay? So when do we use simple past? Okay, that is very simple. We usually use simple past to talk about actions or things that we already did, that happened in the past. For example, if we talk about what we did in the morning, so I can talk about what I did today. I can say today I woke up at 6 a.m. I took a shower. I went to work in the high school. I ate lunch. I came back to my apartment. I drank coffee. Well, I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. I drank hot cocoa. And I ate a cheesecake of passion fruit. So those were the things that I did today. All of them are in simple past, okay? So we use them for activities that already happened, okay? So let me go ahead and give you an example. Okay, it's taking forever. I'm already sharing my screen and writing on the iPad. I don't know why it's so slow. Let me disconnect my phone to see if it makes it better. Not really. Oh, there it is. Awesome. Okay, so simple past regular verbs. Again, super simple. So this is a timeline. So this is present. This is future. And this is past. So we are going to talk about past, things that we already did, things that already happened. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see if I can share again. Okay, so again, for this one, we're gonna use the second column of the verb list. How do you form simple past? Very simple. Okay, for positive statements, I have subject plus verb plus complement. Okay, you're gonna see that on the screen very soon, I hope. Okay, there we go. For example, let's try it. Subject. Maybe we can say Marcos. Wait. Oh. Marcos, I don't know, wanted a new car. So we have the subject, then we have the verb, and then we have the complement. As easy as that. Okay, the verb is in simple past. Okay, a negative one. Okay, let's try to make one negative. Just a second. Well, let's make another positive, and then we jump into the ones that are negative. We can say, I don't know, Martha and Luca. Martha and Luca. I don't know, let me think. Liked the movie. So I have again, here is the subject. Liked is the main verb in simple past. And then, Jesus again, and then the movie. Oh, I was just disconnected from it, I'm sorry.
In simple present and simple past, we use did and do.
Exactly. In simple present, we use do and does, and we use did for simple past. Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Questions up to here?
Dice que ahí donde escribió C, subject did, más not, más verb, base, ahí queda.
Form.
Form.
Yes. The base form is the form of the verb without being modified. Meaning you don't have to add any S, any D, anything. Just the verb in its simple form. Clear with that?
And the spelling rules of the verbs are the same. Okay.
What do you mean?
Es la misma de simple present, digamos. Las modificaciones que se le hacen a los verbos regulares.
What do you mean?
Viene siendo parecido. Digamos, cuando se usa, no. Bueno, cuando es en positivo nada más.
Nope, tampoco.
No, tampoco.
Nope, that's why I told you yesterday. This one is very simple. Because, for example, there are two types of verbs. The first one is the ones that are regular, the piece of cake. They're really, really easy. Why? The regular verbs, let me add it here. The regular verbs, those are the ones that you add ed at the end. For example, want plus ed, like plus ed. Let me think of one. Ask plus ed, etc. Those are the regular ones. So you end up saying wanted, liked, asked, and there are many others. And you are going to use this for every single subject. It can be she, it can be he, it can be it can be they, it can be you, it can be I, any. I wanted, you wanted, she wanted, he wanted, they wanted, we wanted, etc. it is going to be the same. Very important. When we have did, when it is negative and we have did, we are going to remove the the past participle, or the past form of the verb. For example, we're not gonna say Marcos wanted, but Marcos did not want without the ed. Why? Because in English we need to mark tense. Tense is el tiempo verbal. We need to mark tense only once, not 2 times. And did is already doing that. Okay?
Okay.
¿Cómo vamos?
Teacher, I don't understand the negative statement. O sea, siempre se va a usar, o sea, la fórmula como tal, ¿verdad? El
Ajá.
did not, pero digamos, en esta oración, ¿qué dice? Digamos. O sea,
Okay.
Marcos
Ajá.
no quiere un carro nuevo.
Exactly.
¿Cómo?
Not that one.
O sea, el did es un auxiliar,
Exactly.
por decirlo así, no.
Exactly. It has no meaning. O sea, en este caso no le va a afectar nada más que decirle que es lo opuesto. O sea, que si Marcos quería un carro, ya no lo quiere.
O sea, es como de la misma partícula del not.
Exactly, exactly.
Ok.
Digamos que el not es el carro y que el did es la llave. Entonces el did, para que esté el carro, tiene que estar la llave. Entonces,
Okay.
that's pretty much it. One needs the other, pero no le va a cambiar el significado. Very important. En este caso dijimos Marcos no quiere, no, es Marcos no quiso, porque recordemos que estamos hablando en pasado. O sea, ya él no lo quiso, él lo rechazó. Él fue lo llevamos a la agencia y él dijo, no, ya no lo quiero. Entonces ya llegamos, no, Marcos no quiso un carro nuevo. ¿Ok?
Can you give me another example, please?
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and accept the link real quick. Okay, here we go. Another example. Okay, let's make one positive. Sophie, can you give me a sentence? Oh, bless you. Can you give me a sentence in simple past?
And in simple past. Okay.
Ajá.
In positive.
Ajá.
I wake. Se dice, ¿cómo se dice levantarse?
Woke.
Sí, porque es no es verbal. No es regular. Ajá, woke up at 8 o'clock
Okay.
yesterday.
Perfect, thank you. So now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna use the structure that we have over here, Heiner, this one. So it says we're gonna keep the subject. So it's gonna be I, and then I need to use did not. And then I need to use the verb, but not in simple past, but in the base form. Entonces sería, instead of walk, ¿cuál sería?
Wake.
Exactly. Yes. I did not wake up.
O sea, el verbo lo paso a la...
A lo normal, digamos, como sin pasarlo a ningún tiempo verbal.
Sin conjugarlo ni nada. Digamos.
Exactamente. Ajá. Esa es la forma base. Es lo que les decía aquí en la estructura. La forma base. O sea,
y puse un ejemplo de una vez.
¿Ah?
Puse un ejemplo de una vez de un verbo no regular. O sea, qué mal.
Hey, Sophie, I'm going to complicate our life since day one. No, but you see, it's very simple. We're going to keep that. And that is very important, guys. That is a very common mistake. Sometimes in Spanish, we mark tense more than once. O sea, tenemos que decir y redecir y dar como 30 pistas de que están pasado. En inglés, we don't. We do it once and that's it. Es como quien dice que una vez que lo metemos ahí, ya no tenemos que preocuparnos por el resto porque the person is going to know that it is in simple past. Okay, let's have another one. I think that is it's a very good exercise to create one in a positive one and then to change it into a negative one. Heiner, can you give me a sentence using simple past?
Simple past.
Uh-huh.
Says they in positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, entonces they no, they change it.
Mhm.
Change it es cambiar. Si no me
Ajá.
equivoco. The teachers. The teachers.
Okay. The teachers. Ya había Heiner, ya se quejó, fijo. They changed the teachers. Okay. Perfect. They changed the teacher. That is past, meaning that right now we have different teachers. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to change it into a negative one. Okay, how would it be? We keep the subject, they, then we introduce did. They did.
It's not.
Exactly. Something very important.
Y ahí sería
Uh-huh.
change.
Exactly.
No.
Without the D. Change the teachers.
I got it.
Very important. Instead of saying did not, you can also say didn't.
Construction.
Exactly. That is the contraction. Didn't. They didn't change the teachers. Okay? Questions up to here?
Todo claro.
Okay, good. Alina, how about you? Is everything clear or do you have any questions?
Está pegada.
Very, very, very. Okay.
En realidad me perdí ejemplos. Puede bajar no.
Sorry, can you repeat again what you said, Alina? It's because it was very stark. De verdad no podemos escuchar, te escuchaba demasiado como...
O que lo escriba.
Oh, yes, you can also write it in the chat.
She has a bad connection. Good connection.
Ahí me
Robotizada Lina está. Ahora activo la cámara.
aquí estoy.
A ver.
Es que se me va el internet. Me conecté del celular, pero tampoco es buena la señal aquí. Es una tragedia. Que como que entendí, sí, con los últimos ejemplos, porque estoy desconectada unos minutos, y que si puede bajar un poquito la pantalla para ver las anotaciones de arriba.
Of course. Let me go ahead and in the upper part.
Ahí. Listo, gracias.
You're very welcome.
Vamos a ver.
Bueno.
¿Me puedes explicar lo de los verbos regulares?
Sure, absolutely. The regular verbs, what it means is that there are some verbs that we just add ed at the end. For example, want, wanted. liked it. Asked, asked. Very important. Something that we said, Alina, is that for regular verbs, it is the same for every single subject. So you can say, I like, she liked, they liked, we liked. It's not gonna vary. Because in present it does. Remember that in present we say, she likes, but I like, or they like, or he likes. In past, it doesn't happen. We only say wanted, I wanted, you wanted, she wanted, he wanted. Como quien dice, aplica el mismo para todos, la misma ley para todos. Clear?
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes,
I
sir.
have one question.
Sure, tell me.
Digamos, estamos viendo oraciones positivas y negativas, pero al
Ajá.
menos las que son negativas, a la hora de responder con el did, ¿cómo lo aplicamos, digamos? O no, nada que ver.
¿Cómo lo que? Lo quitamos.
No, lo aplicamos a la hora de responder, digamos como Marco, o no, no es que
Okay, I see your
ese de que
point.
Marco compró
I see your point. It depends on the answer that you're going to give. There are two ways of responding. Alina, ¿ya puedo bajar de nuevo? Yes, okay. So for example, but in that case, you're talking about questions, Heiner. Not negative statements, but questions.
Yes. Sí, sí.
Okay, first, let's move into questions and then we talk about the answers, okay? So, for questions, okay, questions in simple past. So we're going to start with the yes or no questions. Okay, so it is, for example, I can say, let me see, maybe I can activate the camera now. So you don't think I'm hiding. Para no crean que me estoy escondiendo. I'm here just because the connection is very unstable sometimes. Okay, yes or no questions. How does it work? Okay, I'm going to start with the auxiliary, which we know is did. Very important. For simple past, the auxiliary is always going to be did. That's it. That's the only one. Okay, so did. Okay, we have the auxiliary. After that, we're gonna have the subject.
Soy yo, se me está pegando mi...
No, se quedó pegado.
Quita la cámara, profe.
Listo.
Todos con la cámara apagada.
No, yo creo que soy yo. Soy yo por mi cámara, por mi conexión. I'm sorry. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Es eso. Hoy el internet no quiere que ustedes me vean. I'm sorry. But I'm here. Okay. So again, for questions, the format is, or the structure is, we're going to have auxiliary first, which is did, and then we're going to have the subject. After the subject, we're going to have the verb. Very important question. Should the verb be conjugated, meaning in simple past, or should it be in the base form? A ver, ¿quién me contesta esa pregunta?
Simple pause.
Simple form or simple past?
Yes, no.
I don't know, you tell me. Simple past, vamos a ver qué dice el público. Ok, Heiner, vos decís que es simple past. Ok. Alina.
Simple present.
Ok, simple
El
present,
verbo.
simple form. Thank you,
El verbo.
Jonathan. Ok, sí.
Ajá. Sí,
Ok.
simple present.
Ok. Tenemos uno y uno, ya vamos a ver quién da más. Alina, how
Voy, voy del lado de Jonathan.
Okay, you think, okay. Vamos a ver, Sophie. Sophie, are you with Alina and Jonathan or with Heiner?
Que se use simple form.
or in simple
Or
past.
simple past.
Ajá.
Yo creo que se usa simple form porque ya está el auxiliar ahí.
Linda, se ganó un conflicto
Entonces no
imaginario.
se puede
That's the
hacer
way.
dos veces.
Exacto. Es lo que les decía ahora. En inglés solo se marca el tiempo verbal una vez. Entonces, ya una vez que ustedes me hayan dicho en la oración que esta oración, que haya alguna pista, por así decirlo, que ya está, que yo diga, ya está en pasado, ya con eso, ya puedo seguir con el resto de la oración normal. No hace falta doble marcarlo ni triple mark it, ¿ok? Entonces, como ya tengo el did, then I'm gonna have the verb in the base form. The base form. Okay, let's continue with the structure. So we have auxiliary plus the subject plus the verb plus the complement. And of course, plus the question mark. Okay, so let's test it. Let's see if it works. Okay, auxiliary, did. No hay como perder, sabemos que solo eso usamos. Did. Okay, after did, we're gonna have the subject did, they. Okay, we need a verb. Did they, no, enjoy? Did they enjoy the trip? In question mark. As simple as that. You see, very, very simple. Did they enjoy the trip? Which could be an answer? There are two possible answers. Answer number one, which is the short answer, yes or no. Let's say yes, comma, they did. Or the long answer could be yes, they enjoyed it, which is using the verb in the simple past. Question. Who can tell me why in the answer I'm using the verb in simple past and not in simple form?
En el
¿Dónde
primero.
está el auxiliar?
Eso, oh my God, pero están afinaditicos. Me encanta. Yes, exactly. Why? Because I haven't mentioned it before. It's because in the question, I already say did, but in the answer, I haven't said it. O sea, en la oración no hay ninguna parte en la que yo les haya dicho a ustedes o les haya mostrado que ya va en pasado. Por lo mismo, igual tengo que marcarla. ¿Ok? Entonces, ¿cómo lo marco? Going to the verb and changing the verb from the base form to the simple past form. Okay. Questions, doubts, concerns? Nope. Very clear. Okay, let's do one more question. Okay, let's do it
Profe,
together.
entonces cualquiera de las dos están bien.
Yes. The first one
Okay,
is the small one, meaning the short answer. And the second one is the long answer.
Okay.
Okay, guys, let's do one together. Heiner, give me a subject.
She.
Okay, did she? Alina, give me a verb.
Play.
Okay, did she play? Jonathan, give me the complement.
Sería place
No, the complement.
and soccer.
Okay, did she play soccer? Super quick question. And
La
question.
vieja confiable, hijo.
Jonathan, do you think that play should have ED?
Did not
Sorry, se está
didn't
cortando, Jonathan.
she responder o
No, no, no. Like, my question is, ¿crees que play debería llevar ed?
no?
Okay, why not?
By
Because.
porque ya tiene el complemento ahí, porque ya tiene el auxiliar en pasado,
Exactly,
el did.
exactly. Eso, así es. That's
Entonces
awesome.
eso convierte todo el resto, el complemento, todo lo demás en pasado.
Exactly, that is perfect. Thank you. Thank you, John. Okay, did she play soccer? That is the question. Let's see, Sophie, can you give me an answer for that?
In positive or
You choose.
negative? Okay. No, she didn't. O si no, no, she decía didn't play. Ay, no, sí, played.
Played.
Ajá,
No,
soccer. ¿Sí? No.
no.
Ah, no, pero ya lo está poniendo. Mentira, mentira, mentira. Ajá, ahí hay que quitar el didn't
Exactly,
para poder poner played soccer.
exactly, exactly. O en este
Y si no
caso.
quiere poner, o si no quiere poner didn't, pone play, no con ed.
Exactly. Si quiere decir que es
Gracias.
negativa, como por ejemplo que ella no jugó soccer, then you need to remove the ET. Si usted la deja como no, she didn't play soccer, then that is correct. Okay, let's do one more question and then we move into the practice. Heiner, can you create a question?
What?
Can you
Can
create
you
a
repeat?
question?
Another example.
Uh-huh.
Okay. She. No, did he?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Did he listen
Mm-hmm.
the rock
Two. Remember, listen to?
to
Listen
rock
to rock music.
music? Yeah.
Okay. In question mark. Did he listen to rock music? That is perfect. Alina, can you give me an answer for that question?
Yes, he listened.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he listened to rock music.
Yes.
Perfect. Questions, guys?
Now everything clear.
Okay, that is very cool. Okay, awesome. So now what we're gonna do is that we're gonna move into the practice. We have a practice over there in the following page. Let me go ahead and show you. It's in page 137, the one that you can see there. So you're going to work on that one, only the one that is 7B. But before you go into that, let's read to see if there is something that we are missing. Okay, the examples say, I played tennis this morning. We watched a good movie on TV last night. My grandfather lived in Sao Paulo when he was young. I studied Korean when I was at school. Okay, what else? Oh, something very important. Okay, when we have verbs such as stop, we double the last consonant, which is P, and add D. Or when we have one as a study, we remove the Y and we add I, E, D. Okay, let me see what else. Okay, regular verbs in the past positive and in ed, yes. The simple past is the same for all persons, yes. Yes, everything that is there we already covered, perfect. So all the information for 7B is already covered. Now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna move into the practice, only 7B, okay? So go ahead and work on it. And I wanna give you some time and then we can check together, okay?
7B, A.
And 7B, B.
Oh, B, no.
No, B, yes.
Okay.
Tengo una pregunta.
Yes, tell me.
Uno puede usar didn't en una oración, no necesariamente solo para responder, ¿verdad?
Can you give me an example?
En el 3 de 7B, que dice he doesn't cook dinner, yo podría poner, si fuera en pasado, he didn't cook dinner yesterday,
Uh-huh.
¿verdad? Así está bien, ¿sí?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Hay otra forma, ¿verdad? No.
To say the same thing.
Yes.
No, I think that's
Sería como
the most correct one.
no, esa es la correcta.
No, you cannot say cooked because that would be past.
Porque necesito, no, exacto, y necesito poner o modificar el doesn't,
Exactly.
pero para past es la única manera de poner didn't.
Exactly.
Ok. Thanks.
You're very welcome. Okay, guys, let me just share my screen real quick. Okay, there you go. Okay. Okay, for this one, it's a simple past irregular verbs. As I was mentioning before, we have regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs are the ones that we add ed to at the end, and irregulars are the ones where the simple past form changes, meaning that it can be similar or completely different to the original form. Which are some of those? Go changes to went, have to had, get to got, teach to taught, hear to heard, feel to felt, leave to left, lose to lost, meet to met, see to saw, wear to wore, speak spoke, do did. Okay, very important. If it is the negative, if you want to say that the person didn't do something, remember that the verb goes back to the simple form. Okay, questions up to here? Okay, let's take a look.
Esos son todos los verbos irregulares, ya me los aprendí.
We wish. Okay, it says use irregular past form only in positive tenses. Correct. I saw a movie last night. Perfect. Use the base form after did or didn't. Did you see a movie last night? Not. I didn't go out last night. Very important. Never. I didn't went. And this is very common, guys. As I said before, in Spanish, sometimes we mark more than once a tense. In English, we don't. Only once, and that's it. So it would be, I didn't go. The following. It says, remember, there were ordering questions, auxiliary plus subject plus base form. Did you go out last night? Or a question word, auxiliary subject base form. Where did you go? This one is the one that we're going to talk about right now real quick. Again, these ones that we have over here on the screen, these are yes or no questions. Meaning questions that you can respond by saying yes or no. Now we're going to talk about information questions. Okay, there we go. Information questions. How does it work? Again, it's super simple. We're going to have the WH word plus the auxiliary plus the subject plus the verb, again, in the base form, and plus the complement and the question mark. Okay, let's try it. For example, where did, because we know did is the auxiliary for simple past, where did you go last night? And question mark. Super simple. I know this is very obvious, but information questions, you cannot say yes or no. They require more information. As we say in Spanish, more carnita. Like you need to tell me more. Which can be a possibility. You can respond by saying, I went.
I respond, nothing.
Nowhere. I stayed in my house, bored.
I no me complico, ¿cómo se dice eso? I can't complain.
I don't complete myself, no, but that wouldn't be, I wouldn't. Probably you would say like, I'm very simple. I don't go out. Okay, which is a possible answer? I went to a party. Super simple. Again, very important. Look that I'm using went in the answer, but go in the question. Why? Because of the auxiliary. So where did you go? So I have did already. For that reason, I am going to keep the verb in the base form. And then in the answer, I change it to the past form because I don't have the auxiliary present in the answer. If the answer is negative, then it is the same. For example, I didn't go to any place, for example. So since it is negative and I am introducing the didn't, the verb will remain as go because of the didn't. Questions?
Ok, cuando es negativo sí se incluye didn't.
All the time.
Y el verbo queda igual.
Exactly, in the base form. Let's create another question.
It's very similar. Ago. It's very similar
Exactly.
a lo que vimos antes.
Exactly. The question, why did they buy a new house? So we can say they bought a new house because they have a lot of money. Period. Oh God. Oh, it's okay. Okay. And you can also say they.
Profe, creo que no está proyectando.
No, sí. Sí se ve.
Ay, perdón, era yo que no estaba en el otro lado.
It's okay, no worries, Jen. They didn't buy a new house. Period. Questions, guys, doubts, concerns. Clear? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, let's think about some possible example of WH words. Entonces, where, when, why, who, what, which, how. Any other? Whom? Whose?
What do you mean home?
¿Ah?
Home.
¿Qué significa?
Ajá.
Like, it's similar to who, but No, I think it will be very similar to whom, like the use of whom, it's very similar to who, meaning referring to a person.
Okay.
Okay, guys, any question or concern? Nope.
In the Spanish sería para quiénes, ¿verdad?
Exactly. Any question, any doubts? Okay, so I guess you have no questions or no doubts. Or you're probably too tired to even think about questions or doubts.
Maybe.
Okay, no, what we're gonna do, it's almost 9.